The mayor of Lawrence and his lawyer involved in a crash leaving court as he's facing federal charges tonight. Prosecutors say that Mayor Brian DePeña improperly used more than $1 million in COVID relief money. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Ken McLeod. Lisa has the night off. Prosecutors say those funds were granted to DePeña as part of a disaster relief loan for his tire business. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with WBZ's Penny Commit. She is live outside the federal courthouse in South Boston for us tonight. Penny?
Ken, David, these are some pretty serious felony charges. Brian DePeña could face up to 30 years in federal prison if he ends up being convicted. Now, he only spent about 10 minutes inside of the courtroom, but what happened outside turned pretty chaotic.
Anything to say to the people of Lawrence?
Adiós, mi gente. Dios le bendiga.
Goodbye, my people. God bless you. That's what Lawrence's Mayor Brian DePeña had to say after being charged with wire fraud and money laundering.
Do you plan to resign, sir?
No comment. He does not.
Nothing.
He and his attorney tried to avoid the press as they left the federal courthouse, even crashing into the car parked in front of them. DePeña was arrested at his home Friday, accused of obtaining over $1.5 million in COVID-era small business loans to pay his personal taxes, mortgages, and fund his mayoral campaign.
Do you deny the allegations?
Absolutely, no comment.
According to court documents, this all started in June 2020 when DePeña applied for and received a $150,000 economic injury disaster loan, or EIDL, for his business Tanares Tire Services Incorporated. About a year later, DePeña received another $350,000. And of that money, it's alleged the mayor spent $175,000 to pay for his election campaign and personal tax debts. In October 2021, DePeña was approved for another loan increase of over $1.1 million. He then allegedly wrote tens of thousands of dollars in checks to his campaign account, which had been overdrawn, and purchased nearly $900,000 in treasurer's checks to pay off his high-interest loans. By August 2026, DePeña had only made 16 payments on the EIDLs, with the outstanding principal totaling over $1.6 million.
What I'm saying is I'm going to have bodyguards because look how outrageous this is. It's crazy.
The mayor was released on several conditions. He cannot leave the state, not even to New Hampshire. He had to surrender his passport as well. DePeña also told the court that he's currently being treated for prostate cancer. In Boston, I'm Penny Commit, WBZ News.
All right, Penny, thanks for that. Now, some of the mayor's neighbors in Lawrence say they are shocked by these allegations.
Yeah, some voters saying they're feeling let down that DePeña allegedly used that money that could have helped other people in need. Our team coverage continues with WBZ's Logan Hall. He's live in Lawrence for us tonight. Logan?
Yeah, David and Ken, that's right. Good evening. Earlier this morning, federal agents swarmed DePeña's home just behind me here in Lawrence, and neighbors along this street tell me it was a shocking way to wake up. Federal agents swarmed the home of Lawrence Mayor Brian DePeña, with cameras capturing the moment they moved in.
It doesn't shock me. It doesn't come really as a surprise. There was some speculation about his honesty and all, and corruption has gone down through the city and over the years.
Neighbors we spoke with say this happened around 6 o'clock this morning and involved several unmarked cars. We knocked on the mayor's door to see if anyone was home and noticed significant damage to the front door. At this point, it's not clear whether that damage was caused by law enforcement entering his home. How does it feel for you to hear that news?
Sad, embarrassed.
Lawrence residents like Isabel Gonzalez say they feel betrayed. Gonzalez says she voted for DePeña and is saddened by the allegations against him. The FBI says DePeña used $1.5 million in COVID relief funds for personal expenses. The money was intended for his tire business, but court documents allege DePeña instead used some of the money to pay down mortgages and put money into his campaign fund.
Through all these years, you've been here, you grow up here, you go to school here, and you put your thoughts in somebody. With the COVID, you know how bad it was? It's unbelievable.
DePeña's neighbor Charlotte Bluen tells me she was shocked to hear the news of the arrest.
I wish things would go back to the way they were, where everybody really cared about everybody else, but it doesn't seem to be happening.
Yeah.
It's just too bad. It's too bad.
Now, DePeña has served as mayor of Lawrence since November of 2021. This is his second term on the job. We've reached out to several city council members to comment on this arrest, but we haven't heard back. Reporting live tonight in Lawrence, I'm Logan Hall, WBZ News.
All right, Logan, thank you. We will have continuing coverage as this story continues to develop, both on air and streaming as well on CBS News Boston.